recap.
I'm actually.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Shut up.
450 race recap. Brought to you by our friends at Worx. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha. Links in the description down below for all this stuff. All right. So let's fire off here. So Cooper Webb goes 225, picks up his first win. Saw a sick picture of him celebrating. Have you seen it?
No, I know he had COVID or something. Though.
Bottle of captain and celebrating the win supposedly. Buddy was sick, so I didn't
that
really
was
believe
from
it.
before.
So
That wasn't
okay,
a real
all
one.
right.
He
From
definitely-
from the no context Moto page.
Maybe. I
It
don't
was
know.
some dude taking a selfie.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
That wasn't last
Okay,
night.
all right.
Kinda
I
like
kind of
that
figured
one-
it wasn't, but I was like, maybe.
Kind of like the picture from 2017 where he's sitting on the line at Redbud with a candy cigarette in his mouth.
But he
Yeah.
drinks captain, so he's my new favorite person.
He definitely was dying a little bit.
A lot.
A lot of it, actually,
Dude,
yeah.
like him trying to stifle back coughing there in the interview, I was like, oh boy.
Like the interview that he did with Lewis on press day
Yeah.
he was like half dead.
Yeah, you always know Coop is gas too. Like when you know how he rolls over the finish line, and just sits on the back of the bike, and he just kind of
Yeah.
like he was doing that at the end there. But
What a good ride for him last night, eh?
Typical Coop win.
Yeah. Talk about Coop. I got to plug
Typical
in.
Coop win.
He always does that at Triple Crown. So like every year, once it gets to the Triple Crown, he just starts spooling up.
Have you,
That's dangerous, man.
Have you kind of noticed that since he's been back on the Yamaha and finally got that bike dialed in a little bit, he's got a little more swagger in his style these days.
Scrubbing and stuff.
Swagger?
No, swagger.
What the fuck is swagger?
No, it was a joke. I said,
swagger.
I said swagger. I was joking.
I know what swagger is.
Oh, stop. No,
Is that like schlong shot?
he's definitely changed up his style a little bit more. He's being a little more loose, playing around on the bike. He's doing a little bit more turn downs just
Yeah,
to stay
yeah.
loose and not be so zoned in all the time. I know that's not that big of a deal, but it's just interesting. A guy like Coop, where he's just kind of straightforward bulldog, he just soaks stuff up. He's I don't know. I like it. I like seeing guys this late into their career do that kind of stuff because usually we all know you kind of get set in your ways and you're not comfortable with trying new things, especially like I said, switching your style up. And yeah, I don't know. It's good to see Coop because he's got a little bit of style when he wants to.
Yeah. I noticed that one at the mud race
Yeah.
last weekend where he was just like scrubbing the finish line and doing some stuff like that instead of like
Yeah.
the straight airs, which we kind of seen in the KTM days. But I was I can't believe I didn't even think about Ricky Gilmore and Webb being able to work together.
Oh yeah,
Gilly,
And-
baby.
Yeah, and how good of a combination that has been for Tomac. And then now bringing in two more guys to the table. And we'll get to Cooper, but I think it's starting to pay some dividends for that man
Yeah, I
as
think
well.
so too.
Well, he definitely could plant that bike as far to the inside and turn down with anybody. So
Yeah, I mean, he looks really good this year, and that's really dangerous because when it starts coming to the mental game,
He's
there.
mentally there. He's in this
yeah.
title for sure.
Yeah, and the only person he might be able to not talk out of the title is Eli. But those other guys, I think he can talk them out of winning.
Fourth winner in 4 rounds. So
nobody called that shit. We
big question for you guys.
I think we see a fifth next weekend.
How many do we have total?
Well, I'll be honest with you, and I think I said this. I only thought it was going to be the big 3: Eli, Jett, and Chase, and Kenny would be the only other one. And obviously now Coop proved us all wrong and did what Coop does. So, man, you got to feel that if we've already got 4 and 4, that we could get 6.
Average is 4 to 6 per year.
Yeah, because Weege always talks about this
pretty
when he was on
average.
with Jace. He's like, yeah, we always said it's like 5 or whatever, and we always.
have
I
the
can give you-
possibility of 7 in my opinion.
I can give you at least 3 more guys right off the top of my
I
head.
know.
I think
Well,
I could
me
only.
too.
I
Go
think I
ahead.
could only give you Ando and Kenny at this point.
Ando, Kenny, and Eli?
Oh yeah, duh. That's
I was
crazy to
gonna
think
say,
that Eli
yeah.
hasn't gotten one yet.
Yeah.
I'm going off of how well he rode in that last one. So yeah, 7.
The thing for me is that like the start to Kenny's season here has gone almost as bad as the Husky guys in my opinion. And I think there's at least a round where it just clicks for him and boom, this happens.
Yeah, for sure. But
So
But anything else with Coop, man? It was just kind of a quiet night with Coop.
no, it was just
Or you got
quiet
something
and
else?
just wins without winning.
Were you
basically.
guys on board with the neon yellow gear?
How did
No,
you
I
say
said
about
I said he was directing planes or something. I don't know. I made some shitty comment in qualifying.
I fucking loved it.
I thought it looked pretty cool too.
That was
but
dope.
With the
It was
blue
too
gloves and the
much
blue
neon
boots,
yellow.
it reminded me of Fly had a kit like that back in the day. But can you imagine if he would have brought out the flow yellow boots? that all
Dude,
the
yeah.
ASR guys
Dude,
are-
Yeah.
I like the neon. I like the neon shit, man. I know that it's not for everybody.
I like the bright stuff too. There just wasn't enough to break it up for me. To me, it was just like a highlighter thing.
Definitely knew where he was though.
Yeah, could see that. We knew exactly where he was.
Yeah, definitely. But
Get the sticks
no,
out.
man, he just did what he did, and if he was under the weather, then
Oh boy, yeah, that's
that's
some championship shit right there.
sure
So,
is. Sure is. So, all right. Second place here, teammate Eli Tomac goes 5.71. That last race was good. He was quietly kind of good all day. Just bad starts. Yeah. So
Yeah, I knew he was on when it showed him going through the whoops, and he wasn't just tapping. He was tap, 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 then
Yeah.
dropping it in, and like he was, and he managed the gap in that last
Yeah.
one, which I think is something that Mr. Jett hasn't had to deal with. Usually, he's the one managing the gap, and I think that messed with him a little bit, and ultimately put him on the ground, which we'll talk about. But
yeah.
yeah, man, that is the Eli we need in this series right there. And
I'll
that's
say it
gonna
again.
be-
When Eddie was here, I said it. He is not the guy you want to give confidence right now.
No.
This early on, and he's clearly not 100%. He's close, but I'll also tell you too, man. They got that. I mean, they had the bike working great last year, and then obviously the 2022 season, that bike was probably the best bike Eli had ever ridden to that point. But dude, did you guys notice how hard he was loading up on the front brake, going into corners, and that front end was just plush as can be, just playing into the ground.
Webb's bike looks the same.
And I'm like watching it. I'm like, a dude that is aggressive as Eli, somebody like that who needs that and having no play in the front end, it sticks. Dude, we'll see what happens with the dirt this weekend in Detroit, though. That is a good marker for him moving forward because
yeah.
I was just, like I said, the bike was working great last year, but you're talking about obviously coming off the injury, maybe not 100%. Bike looks dialed. Like, it's just not the guy you want to give confidence this early, man. He's
No.
not the. He is the one guy out of everybody there that I think that everybody's got to be worried about now that he's already got a win. Because I don't know about you guys, I didn't think you would have a
Triple
win.
Crown win.
Yeah.
I get that, but still, the fact that he got the start and he walked away from everybody.
I'm still holding judgment here, though,
No, I'm not.
until we see a couple more normal races and see where
I
it
agree.
shakes out. Dude, I mean, it's the same thing with Ando. Like, do you think Ando's just going to start walking away from people now?
I mean, this autumn, like it.
Lando did what he always does though in that second main. That's usually how his races that he wins goes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I don't foresee Ando just walking away with shit at this point either.
But
so,
Ando's not Eli.
I mean, I agree with that, but I still want to see Eli on a normal race, a normal 20-minute moto, because and I'm gonna get fucking flamed for this,
you
probably
are
from
about
you.
to.
I don't know if we get. How long were the mains? Because I didn't pay attention.
12.
I think the
12 plus one.
last one was the closest to a normal, right? They get a little longer each time.
Is it?
No,
I
now
thought they were all the
it's
same.
all the
now.
same. It's
I
12
don't
plus
know. I
1.
didn't pay attention, but
It's 12
dude,
plus 1.
you do another 5 to 8 minutes, and
There's
maybe
no
it
evidence.
looks a little different.
There's no evidence.
Maybe it looks a little okay.
I think it
All
might
right.
look a little different.
I
yeah.
don't- I don't-
do.
Nope. I don't agree with that. There's no evidence of that. Eli did what he normally does. He managed it, and every time Jett got close, and go back and look at the lap times, he bumped it back up, and he was him and Ando were the only two people in the 57s all night.
All right. I mean, maybe not, but I don't know. It was like, again, we haven't had a normal race yet.
No, it literally
So-
felt like Anaheim won with
Yeah.
a Triple Crown.
Yeah,
last
I mean,
night.
it was the start,
like-
and everybody was saying all week it's the start to the season again, but it just with a Triple Crown. So
yeah.
I want to see a couple more. Now, if he comes out in Detroit, looks pretty good on the box, and then comes out in Glendale, because we all know he's really fucking good at Glendale, and just dominates, okay, then I'm in. But until that point, if he, has another 6th, another 9th, something like that in the next 2 weeks, then no. Then
If
he's...
this was anybody else, I would agree with you, but not Eli. I've done this too
Okay.
many times where I've doubted him, and I've said this. With him, I just can't do it. I'd love to believe that, because that obviously means more parity. But how many times do we got to do this with Eli, where he proves that this is just where he is in his career? He did it all last year. He did it in his 2022 season. He gets a start. He walks away from you. He knows to manage. He knows when to push. He knows when to settle in and conserve energy. And he knows how to manage championships now. And I can't do it with him. Anybody else, I totally agree. But this dude, Eli's proven to us how many times now in the last 5 years that every time we say this kind of shit, we all look dumb at the end of the year.
It won't surprise me, but I feel like you're reading too much into a Triple Crown main at this point.
The Triple Crown to me has nothing to do with it. It's just the fact of the way he rode. The Triple Crown
But
was just...
are you going to say the same thing if he does it in a heat race?
No, because there's not as much intensity in a heat race. Eli doesn't care about winning heat races. He has proved that his entire career.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a Triple Crown main.
Yeah, I'm saying that it's Eli. The fact that it was a Triple Crown is just part of it. It has nothing to do with the fact of the Triple Crown. For me, it was just the way Eli rode. And you talk about Ando. How many times in Ando's when he's won did he win the way he did that second main? Same way. So you say it, but that's how Ando wins his races. He doesn't come from the back of the pack and then jump out front and then walk away from everybody. He gets a good start. He gets a clear track, rides his own race. Same thing. And then it allows him to do what he was like 3 into the rhythm section on the far side. Shit that nobody else is doing and separate that gap a little bit. That's how he wins his races. Eli wins his races the way he did that third main. Has nothing to do, for me, the Triple Crown was just part of it. Has everything to do with how he won the race. If he would have led and then had Jett closed on him, I'd have been like, okay, cool. Like, then, yeah, Jett for sure. Jett was not closing on him at all. Every time he did, Eli pulled it right back out. So for me...
Okay. I mean, maybe, like I said, luckily we have 2 more rounds before we have a week off here.
I bet against Eli too many times.
That are going to be normal, so hopefully we'll have... Like, my whole thing is, like, when we get to the break, we're probably going to have a lot more information here because we have 2 domes.
And Jett needs to worry about staying off the fucking ground.
Series
Jett,
is about to start in Detroit.
I mean, basically.
And we're going to be there.
Basically, which is awesome. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in Detroit, which we'll get to here. All right, so Aaron Plessinger ends up 3rd because of a penalty to Jason Anderson for an off-track excursion there. So he goes 6.43 for 3rd. He's got the red plate coming into Detroit here. I mean, this is a lot better than anticipated.
I just remember in the preview show saying that he was going to have a standout year.
I mean,
and then I remember people in the comments saying I was a fucking idiot. So,
well, welcome to the comments on YouTube.
Well, I'm just saying I'm putting a little claim to.
That's okay.
To be a Nostradamus here.
Is anybody at the table here? Is he title contender, or this is just weird first 4 rounds to the season here before it starts to level out? Like when we start to level out here, we go the next few where they're in stadiums that are indoors.
I think it levels out and gets him back to
top 5. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be a title contender, but I definitely think he's going to be poking his nose in there for podiums more than we all thought.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we want to say with what Cole did, top 5 consistently.
He's
replacing Barsha podium wise here. Basically,
Barsha usually catches fire late, so
yeah. I still don't think Barsha is 100% right now.
No,
I think
100% he's not.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a title contender for. I think that he slowly starts to slip back, probably after Daytona.
Yeah, like a 4, 5, 6 range.
Yeah, which I mean is better than his last couple years.
Yeah, 100%.
So
100%. Like this is a standout year, like you said, for him. So
yeah.
I just don't think everybody's all excited about this, and it gives us something to talk about essentially. But I just don't see this.
How crazy would it be though if
continuing.
he gets the win in Detroit this weekend?
Oh man, that'd be wild.
Redemption, yeah.
The redemption, not only for winning,
blow off.
not only for winning, just getting a win because he was owed one last year.
Yeah,
owed one. But then to come back not a year to the day, but a year later in Detroit with the red plate and then get another win, then now
Hell
just
of a
even
story. That'd be a good
shit.
script.
hell of a story.
Here's my question to that then, if we're just going off stories. If he wins this weekend in Detroit, though, does that question get a little bit harder that you just asked?
I mean, a bit.
What about scripting sports?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Jesus. God.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, we got the Lions on, boys.
Oh, boy.
Speaking
Here we
of
go.
Ford Field.
There we go. All right. So Anderson goes 4.18 for 4th there. I mean, he's
Spicy.
a spicy contender this year.
Team Green, baby.
He got off that BFRC shock, and now all of a sudden he can ride a Kawasaki again.
I think the most impressive part about it is that's an all-new bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess it definitely proves that he was in a different headspace last year. I think having the child really put that on him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hate to sound like a family planner here, but I don't know if that was a planned child, and that probably threw a wrench into his works.
He didn't make it seem like that was an issue on the podcast with Jace.
It was definitely an issue. You're going to tell me having to be an athlete like that and you're going to have your firstborn child isn't going to mess with you a little bit?
I know.
It's 2022 Ando, man. 2022 Ando.
He was spicy, man. Mm-hmm. He looked really, really good, like pulling out those rhythms in the main
that
stew style.
3 on the far side after come back across the start. I looked at that and I was like, somebody's going to huck it. But I thought somebody was going to size up in practice. That was gutsy to do that. in
Ando
the
said it
pack.
was super easy.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't believe nobody
Everybody
else
started
did it.
doing
Oh
it.
yeah. But the
Yeah.
way you had to set up for it though was a little surprising to me that he did it in the pack though, because you had to either round the corner or
Yeah.
pivot at the
Because
apex.
it was a three,
It was a three.
and then a 5,
Yeah.
right? That he was going over. Yeah, because I remember
Yeah,
seeing
I
like,
don't
man,
know.
that was a big landing.
Well, when he
there.
first did it, he was like, "Oh shit!" Right over.
Oh, dude, he
Roczen's
sent
head.
it. He sent
Yeah.
it. He went fucking straight to the sky to get over it, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then he slowly tuned it in, and that was in the first main with Roczen.
yeah,
Where they had a nice little duel there. But man, he looked good. I don't think he's ever gonna learn not to dump the clutch and go wide open next to the whoops, though. Everybody's like, "Oh, AMA hates him," blah blah blah. He's done that like 3 times. He clearly, you watched
Yeah.
him on TV drop a gear and disappear. You know,
Barsha style. Just
Yeah.
both of them. It's a
But-
thing. He's
So-
dude. He's
nobody blame but himself on that one.
No.
he's in this title hunt though.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a basic ass statement because there's so many dudes there at this point, but he's gonna be hard to deal with, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, you put Jason Anderson on your bingo card for Detroit, that man can ride a slippery, slick surface, and that's usually what we get in Detroit. I think they haul the dirt from Dutch Sport Park and put that.
That's what it was.
You think it's going to be slippery, or you think with the way the weather is here, it's going to be
Soft,
It's
as
soft
shit.
and indie
It's
style?
always been hard or whatever. I think they keep it indoors or something somewhere. Every single year we go there and it's hard packed.
But I don't think Monster Jam has been there yet. I
No,
think they're
Monster
after.
Jam. Monster Jam's in
After, yeah, it's
the
in-
end of this month.
yeah.
End of
Okay,
February.
well, yeah, I guess
So-
keep an eye on the dirt in Detroit because that could be an
It's,
interesting.
I was
gonna
gonna say
be-
it's gonna go one of two ways. Like it's either gonna be super soft indie style, or it's gonna be super duper hard.
Are we up already?
Yeah, we've already scored. Look at
Holy
us.
This could
smoke.
be Detroit could be 2019 Blue Groove Triple Crown, and
Let's
that's-
hope it doesn't take people out like what was it, 22 there?
Oh yeah,
What just happened?
I don't know. Did we
Jameer
return
Gibbs.
the thing?
Jameer Gibbs scored a touchdown. That's what
Wow.
happened.
Yay,
Well, I know
sports.
he scored a goal, but
Oh
A
my
goal.
God.
Wow. And now we're canceled. Anyway,
I'm being a jackass on purpose, just saying.
Yeah,
yeah, okay. Yeah, so he's a spicy contender this year.
Oh yeah.
Now, how long is he a contender? Does he kind of fade out the end of the
Just
year?
depends
Maybe.
on who he
knows?
pisses off.
Look, dude, I'll say this: if he's in this by round 8, which is, I feel like Daytona is always that marker. I think he's in it till the end.
Okay.
I think he is. That man knows how to win a championship. The only thing that was missing from his, I guess, resume on winning championships was not picking fights with people,
Yeah.
which he kind of already did that.
I don't think he really picked that fight.
Well, I mean, he
I think
definitely
he got baited into that, and he just shut it down.
he definitely escalated it a little bit.
Hey man,
but-
you know what, dude? He had to realize, like, hey, you're not dealing with children anymore.
No, I loved it. I
Grown
thought it
ass
was
man.
good. He's like,
Well, you guys
I am
wanna
a
talk about-
father now. You need to respect your elders.
Well, you guys want to talk about that then? The Instagram post here and everything?
Yeah,
I thought
I
it was
really
good.
want to. I love it.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
No,
Yeah,
I
while
mean,
we're
I-
talking Jason, man,
Yeah.
like that's awesome.
Everybody loved it in the industry. Everybody thought it was funny as shit that he blew him out.
So first off, you and I talked about this last week. Any issue with the situation that happened? Number one, with what Jason was doing on the track. Number two, with what Jett did after the race. Any issue with that?
With what Jason was doing on the track, no. There were some additional angles that came out where
The drone.
that and where you could tell he was definitely just trying to hold his line.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't cross jumping though, and everybody. That
He
was some
he
bullshit.
crossed over and they made contact once. Again, I don't have an issue with it.
Well, the one Jett came out, hit him, and then he was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, bitch,"
Yeah.
and then looked back and
You
gave
talking
him
about
a
when you
little
go back
brake
off
check.
that little step up double into the straightaway?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm still staying Switzerland in this. I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
I also, again, do not have
he
an
touched
issue
your
with
guy,
after
though.
race. Don't care.
No, I don't like the fact that people are saying, "Oh, he was cross jumping," because
Yeah, it wasn't-
like
it
my
wasn't
version of cross jumping
cross-jumping.
is when you literally Vince freestyle cross on over
Now-
somebody going up the face of a
Now
jump.
he did cross over on that step up jump there. Like he came out of that corner, crossed over. Clearly, it's
Yeah.
very clear with that drone footage. Okay, now is it as gnarly as like cross jumping? No.
No, and that's a big.
because Jett kind of got into him.
Yeah,
first,
yeah. So
and they
anyway-
were both wheels on the ground.
So anyway, I'm just very clear that I'm Switzerland here. Even though Jett's my guy, I don't have any issue with anything that happened at all.
No.
But go ahead.
I like the post too, and I just got in the beginning of the Gypsy deal where he was talking about he's in the hotel on the elliptical, which I think is funny because I was at the dealer meeting as well.
Yeah.
And that, oh man, I had full intent to go work out in the gym in the morning or whatever and get like a little bit of an elliptical. Can you imagine if I would have went in there and like,
been in there as he's posting
as
it?
he's posting, like witness this go down? I would have looked at him and be like, "You fired up, bro?" He's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I'm about to send this shit out." And I probably would have helped him write it.
You'd have been
but-
fucking egging it on, like, yeah, do
Yeah.
it.
However, man, the McGrath comment was so good. It was just like the icing on the cake.
The McGrath comment was good. Any thoughts on the Forkner comment?
I think I was reading some comments on YouTube where they get into that a little bit or
They
something.
do. They do.
I think if anybody-
it was not a great
No,
look
I
on
don't
his
think
part.
I don't think that was a good look on Fortner's part, no.
There wasn't a. The one thing I didn't like about that is that there were a lot of guys that it kind of just piled on from. You know, like everybody commenting and everything. It was just like everybody was waiting for a time to like spring on it. Okay, and it's like okay, and most of the guys, yeah, it was okay. It was just like, yep, 100, you know, whatever. That's fine. The Forkner one was a little.
I think he's still jaded against Jett,
more-
though.
He probably is. But sorry, bro. Like, here's the thing. You shouldn't even be in that fucking class, but you can't stay off the fucking ground. So it's not Jett's fault that you
No.
can't stay because you should have been racing Jett.
No, but I think he's
Fair.
a little. I think he's just pissed off because even though he went on a podcast and I told you I think the Good Guys podcast or Good Dudes
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, Jett clipped the tough buck. It pushed him inwards. Like he wasn't trying to take me out." But I think he kind of looks at that season and he's like, "Man, like this kid
Yeah.
ultimately cost me a season."
Yeah.
Another
No.
season, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't have a problem with Jason posting that either. And now.
No, this sport needs stuff like
Doesn't
that.
make
Yeah.
Jett look good though, man. Doesn't make
Well-
the Golden Boy look good.
Well, but here's the thing, though.
But
Okay,
all the
so now,
booze coming out.
there's
Oh, yeah.
now there's more information, though. Okay, because of Jace's podcast coming out. So Jace obviously is in with them also. So according to what he kind of knew there, it was Jett didn't really want to speak. Like obviously he didn't want to speak to him that night. He's fired up, you know, whatever. Fine, that's cool. Like take your breath. But then he didn't want to address it through text or anything. He wanted to just talk to him at press day. Obviously, the group around him.
I didn't
Trying
like
to
the post.
settle
Whoever
everything.
posted that, I did not like that.
then Jett probably should have handled it.
Yeah,
where they
it's-
instead of just putting an apology in there, he had to throw in the fan zone bullshit and like make it look like it was a promotion.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
That was not a good look.
It's not a good look for
Yeah.
Jett, man. Like, you know what? He's a kid at whatever. They're trying, like Mertz and Dazzy are trying to protect him. I get it. He's still a kid, but it's kind of one of those things that there's some people in the industry have kind of set around him and all the people around him. Like, hey, he gets coddled. He get it. He's the golden boy. He's the next. Him and Deegan, they're the two people that are going to elevate our sport. Like, you got to protect those people.
Yeah.
But I think this is what a lot of people that we've been hearing over the years since Jett's rookie year that like. This is why some of the people in the pits aren't his biggest fan because
This is
I
welcome to the
mean-
450 class. I mean, and did you see the video of him like crying his eyes out? Did you see that one? Oh, you made a thumbnail of it.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
I mean, like that wasn't a good look either. Maybe hold those emotions where people can't put eyes on you. But
I guess,
that's
but
a rookie
it's-
thing.
I mean, here's another thing
Yeah.
too, and this is a hypothetical, you know, what if, whatever, never going to happen. But what happens? Let's rewind to a couple years ago where this person was still racing. Maybe he'd be smart enough not to do this with this person. What if that would have been Weston Pike that Jett grabbed a hold of his fucking helmet? What do you think would have happened then?
Oh yeah.
I don't
Jett
think
would-
I don't think he even would have grabbed Weston Pike's helmet.
I think there was.
Jett would cease to exist at this point.
I think there's a little difference there because everybody would know that with Western.
Vince
Weston,
Freeze sure
like,
shouldn't
hey,
didn't.
well, Vince Freeze is brain dead there. I mean, that's very clear situation.
I just Jett's just getting a reality check that these aren't children anymore. You're dealing with grown
Yeah.
men, and
Yeah.
you got to be a little bit smarter on
Yeah.
the track and off.
Yeah,
I think that's 100% it.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't have an issue with any of it. Okay, look, and the thing is like that we'll never really know because all we're gonna hear is hearsay. Is like, okay, if he does want to just deal with it as a man, like, hey, I'll see him next weekend. I'll go up. I'll talk to him. I think that's admirable.
Yeah.
You know, because things can be misconstrued. Obviously, we've seen it this week through text and everything. And even Jason was like, dude, as soon as I sent that, went back to the room, I looked at my wife and I was like, fuck. Because he knew the shitstorm it was going to cause, and he wishes he wouldn't have posted it. Because Jason's openly talking about it on the Gypsy Tales, and go check it out. Shout out to Jace here about, hey man, I don't necessarily like that kind of views on me per se. Whether it is good or bad towards me, I don't need that kind of publicity or whatever. I just want to do my thing, stay under the radar as much as I can, whatever. So Yeah, so like I said, and that's the thing that really sucks is that like if Jett did want to do that, what probably should have happened is there probably should have been a text sent from Jett of like, hey man, let's just talk about this next week or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Myrtle or whoever posted that post, not a good look, and whoever unfollowed him was not the good look.
Yeah.
Because in today's generation, unfollowing and following, people look at that shit and it's a part of our lives for the most part now.
But that might have actually been him because that's that style generation. Like the rest of us are just like, whatever, bro.
Whoever was on that account, I don't think was Jett.
Probably not, but
Also,
I don't know.
Also, I posted a story on my Instagram of the factory bike, and I tagged Jetson 18 on it. it was Jason's bike, and I tagged Jetson 18. Whoever ran the account looked at it.
Sick.
I haven't seen if I've been blocked yet. Hang on.
So
far, I'm only blocked by Barsha.
Jesus. So I don't know, man. It's one of those things we'll never really know. I think everybody's kind of moving on from it. The gist I got from what Jason had posted was this kid's really good. He pulled a dumbass move, which I've done also.
I'm good, boys.
Okay. He pulled a dumbass move, which I've done also. But this is me clapping back, but now I'm done.
Yeah.
And it was the I don't want to fight with you if you don't want to fight with me. But if you come out and
you want to fight, I'm
here's the thing
if you want to fight, like we'll fucking go.
Here's the thing: is Jett now knows everybody in the class. That's how it's going to happen if you play that game. And hopefully he's realized now, figured out, like, hey man, I can't play these games with these kids because they're not kids.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, and I don't like this part. I like that he's getting a little bit of taste of some medicine. I don't like the boos. I don't like the boos from the crowd. I don't like the boos when he hit the deck in the whoops. I'm not all about that. Like, dude,
they didn't boo. They cheered.
Well, cheered. I'm
and
sorry.
I got multiple texts from people at the race of them cheering.
I don't like the cheers when somebody hit the deck. I don't like the boos. Like, look, you're all entitled to do whatever you want. It's a great thing about living here in this country. And you go to these races, you can cheer, boo whoever you want to. I'm not all about that part. Like, especially the cheering when somebody hits the ground.
I'll be really honest here. I think
this isn't fucking WWE.
And this is not even coming from a Jett homer. And I know this because I was arguing with people in the comments before we started the show from the video last night.
When do we get to Jett? Who got fifth? Did he get or fourth?
He got
or fifth.
He got sixth. So we got Sexton in between there. So
Sexton, let's hit Sexton real quick.
Okay, so Sexton gets fifth, goes 1:11.2.
What the hell was up with that? Just waving Jett by.
So that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, that is what Jett wanted Jason to do.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What did Chase do it? Because like everybody, even Ricky was like, I don't really understand that.
That was a weird move.
And like, here's the thing, man. It's not like Jett. Like, yeah, he was closing the gap on Chase, but it's not like Chase was going into the red.
Well,
to try
maybe what happened is Chase was pushing a 200-pound wheelbarrow. And Jett was only pushing a 50-pound wheelbarrow.
Oh, that sounds like a quagmire, Travis.
Oh my god! Whatever.
So anyway, I don't know.
That was like he legitimate weird. Like he did outside of taking his hand off the bar and going, "Come on, boy."
Yeah.
I'm like, what the? Because I was thinking, and Ricky even made the comment. What the one smart thing he said is like, "Oh, maybe he's gonna latch onto him and try to mark him and see like where he's making." That's kind
of what I thought was gonna happen.
But even then, and that was another thing too. It's not like after Jett got around him, as the main got to about the 10-minute mark, then Jett pulled his gap. But right after that, for about a good 4 or 5 minutes, Chase kept him within about, 1.2, 1 second?
Was it a Chase not comfortable with the bike kind of thing?
I don't get it because, dude, the whole night...
He crashed a lot last night, too.
But he also won the first main walking away.
He did. Yeah, the first main was great.
So it's not like they changed the bike going into the third main.
However, there is a common theme of all three guys who won a main last night. They got out front early and just fucking ran away.
Yeah.
Anybody see that jump he got on that third main?
Yeah,
because on the inside gate, because he was right in camera view, like that was another jump.
Look, man, he's got that.
He's not.
He's got that. He's got that radio. He's got that radio in his ear. It's rigged.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he's got Michael Essie talking.
No, to be honest, it really is showing me that there's a high probability he has someone counting during gate drops all night.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I would.
I know a lot of people that go to the local race and do it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would. So,
and local Joe Blow that they hired from the corner, he's gonna do 3, 2, 1 every single time all day.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just don't understand him letting Jett go. Because once when Jett closed up on him, it's not like he was pressuring Chase into a ton of mistakes and Chase went into the red to try to keep him behind him. Jett caught him, but once again, when Jett caught him, Chase was fine. He was out there doing his thing. It's not like he was mistiming shit, blowing corners. He was fine. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Did they show? Did he? So I guess he crashed the third main too. Did they show that on TV?
No, that was only the second main.
No, he crashed the third main. I got
didn't know
text that he went down. First set of whoops, third main.
How do you still get second then?
I have no idea. Zero idea.
Yeah, because
think
AP
that
was like a good only a second and a half behind
I think
him.
that was only the second main.
No, I literally got Issac text me to say, hey, I don't know if they showed it on TV. He crashed in that third main.
No, they didn't.
I think he meant to tell you second.
I'm pretty sure.
Go
he
look
said
at the
third.
lap times. If
All right,
there's like
anyways,
a 1 minute lap time in there.
What were you
then-
going to say? You were going to say something.
How is he passing the eye test for you on the new bike?
Yeah. Yeah, clearly. Because
Oh,
of
no,
what he
it
did.
was it was a second. My bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Relax.
Yeah.
Jesus
Put your knee
Christ.
pads on, buddy.
Oh my god.
What the?
Wow.
No, he's definitely, dude. I really truly believe, and Weege talked about this back at A1. I think this is a new version of Chase 2 all around. Like when he just doesn't have it during the day. Hey man, I'm just gonna go learn, try to dial some blinds in for what the track's gonna be later in the day. Try to
VRM.
work-
It's VRM, baby.
And man,
VRM, baby.
he looks great on that bike. Seriously, I think he looks great on that KTM.
I still think he's lacking a little bit of comfort, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think his outright speed. If this was like, if he's right, if Eli's right on him and him and Jett, are 1-2 off the line, that he's gonna be able to hold him for an entire main. Mm-hmm. But dude, what he did in the first main,
Yeah.
That's the Sexton that I thought was going to show up, but he's been very open about not
How
being
bad-
as comfortable in what we thought. So
Is that a fugazi though, to make us so that if something does happen, it's kind of like, oh well, he didn't have the bike.
just kind of setting him
set
up or something.
just setting it up to exceed expectations. We'll call it.
Well, you could set it up that way, but I think Chase is the type of guy to really tell you how it is. Like he could have went on
Okay.
a media blackout last year with how shitty things were going.
Yeah.
and he took it to the chin and told everybody like, "Hey, it's on me. It's on me." I think he's being genuine with what's going on.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're gonna get into sixth place is Jett.
Yeah. So back to whatever your thought was.
Go
before I said-
7-3-4.
he's gonna go 12-1 or 12-4.
Is he 12-4 now?
I still think he wins 10 to 12 of these.
Look,
You're fucking high.
Okay.
You are so goddamn high.
Look, I'll tell you guys this, and I don't know if I can ever get you on board, but I'm not a Jett homer.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks. I'm aware.
Yes. So
I cover
so everybody
that
out there,
responsibility
I'm
here.
not a Jett homer, but let's be real here. It's the kid's first 450 Supercross season, and arguably, I can't even talk today. What is wrong with me?
CT.
The CT, dude. The most talented field that we've ever seen.
Okay.
He's had one win right off the rip,
Yep.
a shitty round,
Which was a mutter. Yep.
a next one which was kind of shitty, caused some drama, some adversity, some
Got
off the
fourth.
track stuff. Fourth.
Terrible race. We got fourth. Yep.
Okay. This weekend has a triple crown. Goes down in
Sketchy
the first
all
one.
day. Sketchy all day.
That was the sketchiest I've ever seen.
Sketchy
him.
all day.
It was.
Rode over his head the entire day.
He did.
However, dude, he made his way through the pack, got up to third. Like we both said, he's never going to make his way back to the very front, but it's going to be tough for him to get forward. He did make it through the pack. He's only 4 points out of this thing with 13 rounds left.
Isn't he 6? I thought it was
Or 6. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's only going to get better, man.
I know. That's what I'm trying to
Like
say.
all the bullshit that he's dealing with off the track, getting booed in opening ceremonies, like all this stuff he's dealing with, and he's still 6 out.
I still think he's going to get more wins, and he has a shot at this title, obviously. But the 10 to 12 wins, dude, that's not a thing.
That's
like,
not
he's,
gonna be a thing,
and it's
but
going to
I
take
think-
him the whole. Like he's going to figure it out because he's too talented not to. But he might not figure it out this season.
Yeah,
It might take him another season to figure it out.
Maybe.
I mean, Carmichael's first season.
Everybody's first season was
look,
due.
look, I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying
I mean,
Look,
who's the only guy that McGrath
here.
No,
and Dungy were the only rookie 450 guys to win titles.
yeah, and let's be real, Dungy only won that title because Villapoto yard sailed himself.
Yeah,
and,
look,
and
look.
Stu broke his wrist. So.
Yeah.
Look, here's what I'm saying. Okay, we're not on a confidence high right now. Obviously,
You shouldn't be.
Now, the guys did a good job last night because, and I heard this in some other podcast, maybe it was like the Moto 60 or something, that Jason Thomas said, like, they need to stop him this weekend because if he comes back in a dry track, which is what we had, and he wins, then they're going to be in trouble because then all of a sudden it's going to go, oh, well, as long as it's dry, like, I'm fine. And there's a high probability it's going to be dry, or at least not a mutter most weeks.
However, he did look sketchy last
He was
night.
sketchy the whole day.
He did.
The whole day.
And I believe that so especially with like the whoops there, like they were saying, like the line choice to go down the right side the entire night. And this is the same thing with like skimming the whoops in the heat race last week. It's like, dude, that is just a rookie or kid, whatever you want to call it, mentality of like, he just doesn't know, okay, like I did it a few laps, it worked, it's made up time, but like let's just get to the safe zone.
He did try jumping, and look what happened.
Yeah. Well, dude, so can we talk about in qualifying there?
I was just gonna say that whole rookie thing though makes me chuckle.
What do you mean?
Oh, okay. Didn't we hear the whole entire outdoor season, and all we've been hearing for the last 3 years is Jett rides way beyond his years, man. He rides like a veteran. Like he doesn't ride like a number 20-year-old.
He does.
So you can't talk out both sides of your mouth. It's either one or the other. He's clearly a rookie in Supercross, but he went 22-0 outdoors. He's not a rookie to the 450 class.
He does look more. He does fit the rookie name a little more in Supercross.
Yes, he does. He's always been looser in Supercross, even when he was winning all his 250 championships. But you can't have it both ways. You can't have your ice cream and eat it too, or your cake and eat it too. You can't call him in one breath outdoors where, oh my God, he's not riding like a normal 20-year-old, and then all of a sudden to go to Supercross to fit the narrative that all of a sudden he's a rookie again. He's either one or the other. Like you can't have it both ways. Didn't
you just say he was rookie at Supercross? This is his first Supercross, right?
Is he a rookie on a 450? Is he a rookie on a 450?
This is his first.
Not a rookie on a 450.
He's not a rookie on a 450.
This is his first 450 Supercross.
Did he just go 22-0 outdoors?
Yes.
Yeah. Is he a rookie on a 450?
So you're saying that Supercross and motocross are the same thing?
No, they're not.
Okay.
But
we can't do
the rookie. Okay, whatever.
I'd say he's a rookie still.
Then you can't say in one breath though that all of a sudden he rides like a veteran, and then because he crashed a couple times, that now he's back to being a rookie. He still can ride with veteran savvy. But makes mistakes. You got to pick one or the other.
You got to pick one or the other. Yeah, I'm with you on that, but I'm on the other.
He is a rookie. He is a rookie to Supercross, but you can't say because he's having some crashes that all of a sudden.
When we get to outdoors, I'm not going to call him a fucking rookie. He's going to be the defending champ.
Yeah, because he's going to go to outdoors. He's going to win 22-0, so he's not a rookie anymore.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's not his first year outdoors on the 450. Like, I don't understand your point here.
My point's pretty clear. It's either he is a veteran, he rides with veteran savvy, but he makes mistakes, or he's a rookie.
So he's a rookie.
Then he's a rookie. Call him a rookie. Don't say when he rides well that he rides like a veteran, and then the weekends that he crashes, he rides like a rookie. You can't have it both ways.
I don't believe veteran savvy has come out of my mouth for this Supercross season.
But everybody said it for outdoors, so he's either one or the other. You don't just all of a sudden, because you go into a different discipline, all of a sudden you forget how to ride a dirt bike. Is he the most naturally talented dude riding?
Hold on, pause.
I'm kind of opposite because Supercross is such a fucking different animal.
Wait, hold on. So when Rick Johnson went and started racing trucks, was he not a rookie in trucks because he raced dirt bikes before?
What do trucks have anything to do with riding a dirt bike?
You're comparing apples and oranges here with motocross and Supercross.
Are we still riding dirt bikes? Is he still one of the most naturally talented dudes?
That's a terrible.
It's two different disciplines.
Is he still riding a dirt bike? Is he still the most naturally talented dude on the gate?
So look,
does he still know how to ride and do triples and hit whoops?
Are they the same or are they different? Because if they're different, then he's a rookie in Supercross.
He is a rookie in Supercross, but don't give me the weekends that he wins.
I haven't said that. No one has said that with Supercross.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hang on. I just want to say the Lions are playing really, really well.
Thanks. If 450 Supercross, not once has anybody said that he rides with veteran savvy.
Everybody going into the season was like, "Oh man, dude, because he rides like this and he doesn't ride like a normal rookie on a 450."
Going into the season, prior to the first 4 rounds,
and then they got into the season and they realized that, oh man, how about we just still say he can ride with veteran mentality, but he still makes mistakes like a rookie. We don't just because he has a bad race, all of a sudden he's a rookie. We can't throw it out there every weekend he has a bad race, and then when he has a good race. Kind of like all we heard after A1 was he did what he normally did at outdoors. He got a start, he managed the gap, but he wasn't a rookie.
Did he not do that?
He did, and then guess what? The last 3 rounds have been a struggle bus.
Okay.
He can still ride with a veteran mentality and still make mistakes. I don't want to hear, oh my God, because he has a bad round, he's just a rookie now. I feel like you don't understand what I'm saying, but I clearly know that you do.
I mean...
Hey, who got 5th?
Chase Sexton.
Okay, who got 7th?
Who did? Ken Roczen?
Ken Roczen got 7th?
I don't...
No, Eli.
Hold on. I
don't know. Let's talk about that person's night.
I want to figure this out here, because
we're never going to figure it out. You two are running into a wall like this.
I'm just very confused, because he is a rookie 450 Supercross guy. Okay, when he goes to outdoors, we're not a rookie anymore. We've raced an outdoor season. We are not a rookie on a 450 outdoors. We're not a rookie at the SMX rounds. That's fine, no problem. But we're a rookie at 450 Supercross. So I don't understand how it's an issue to say that he's a rookie at Supercross.
I get what he's saying. He's saying just stick with the same thing. For all the homers that are calling him a veteran because of his outdoor season, don't use that as an excuse to go back to when he sucks dick in Supercross.
Exactly. It's pretty simple, dude, and you know it is.
So
it's simple. It's very simple.
So we aren't allowed to say that he rides like a veteran in Supercross.
No, you
when he does something that's veteran.
You are if you took that stance during outdoors. If you took that stance, he's saying is whoever took that stance needs to stick with that stance instead of having something to fall on.
Just because he has a bad round or he struggles, going back to that. But then if he goes and wins Detroit this weekend and he gets a start and he walks away, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, he's riding with the veteran mentality. He's managing gaps." It's one or the other.
So basically, I look like an asshole if I'm like, "Oh, he's not a rookie. He rides like a veteran. He is the most veteran rider we've ever seen during all of outdoors." And now we go into Supercross and A1. We're all saying the same thing. And as soon as he has a bad round, well, he's a rookie. It's just making an excuse.
It's a built-in excuse.
It's a fan making an excuse.
Yes, it's pretty simple, dude.
Okay. Yeah. So when he has a bad round,
oh my God, he won't let it go. Hey, Detroit scored again. Detroit scored again.
I'm just clarifying.
No
here.
way.
So when he has a bad round,
we're going.
You can't say he's a rookie.
Say he's a rookie.
No, because you were one of those people that was on board with
I just have to say, he had a bad round.
Yes.
Super Bowl, Super Lions.
You can't do the rookie thing.
Okay.
Because you can't have.
I think it's a stupid argument we're having here.
Yeah,
you only think it's stupid because you're on the other side of it.
I mean, I just don't understand. Like, we're clearly just stating a fact of he is a rookie. So, like,
all right, who's
he rides with a veteran mentality, but he is a rookie.
You can't have to say he's a rookie when he has a bad round. He could still be a veteran mentality, but he just had a bad round. The rookie excuse is out the door. It's out the door.
This man's got CTE.
I know he does.
mean,
he has probably had some concussions in his day.
I mean, I probably have. Yeah, there's a lot of times I think
get
back
what I'm
to
saying,
how
dude. You just aren't.
I guess I understand it. I'm confused by it still because like I just don't. I mean, whatever. It's whatever. I'm not going to continue the argument over it because I'm whatever. Dude, whatever, bro. Okay, we didn't have a good round last night. Okay, we did
and there's
things.
Some flaws in his game.
We did things we shouldn't have there. We should have quit skimming the right side of the whoops there, as Ricky said.
He was trying to jump through him, and that's when he crashed.
He had some flaws, and Jett is not untouchable.
Okay, but was anybody impressed by how he was doing that first whoop section in qualifying there with like the wheel tap 4-4? Like
everybody did.
Sexton was doing it.
What do you mean everybody did?
Plessinger was doing it. Fucking the 250 class was doing it.
Okay, all right.
What race was he watching?
I don't know. Apparently, I watched a different one.
Apparently,
Tomac instead of tapping was going.
Sexton was doing it. Sexton was doing it in the first main.
Yeah, they were all doing it.
Okay. All right. Great. Cool. Super. I mean, I watched different races. Apparently
he does. Dude, he does have CTE.
Okay. All right.
You are cum drunk.
Yeah. So Kenny gets 7th with a 3.610.
Kenny wants to fight Freddie Norton.
I seen that.
What?
If you ever do that again, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, he called him out on his Instagram.
Kenny told Freddie Norton that if he ever did what he did.
I did see that. Yes.
Kenny, why are we going straight to Instagram, man? Why are we going straight to Instagram?
That's the world we live in.
It's fantastic.
Hopefully Jett grabs his helmet.
Yeah. Oh my God. They'll just pick back up in Chicago.
So great.
Freddie, how long have you been riding? Like, if you ever do that again, I'm gonna beat your ass. Kenny, you can't fight, bro. You can't fight. Stop.
Get him in the ring, dude.
Let's do it.
Jake Paul.
Anyway. Man, I really thought he was going to have a better night. That really sucks in the first corner in that last one because I think he was going to be a podium guy.
But got that husky luck, bro.
Well, you look at that. Anderson locked up the front wheel not to tee Jett up. If you look at it, Anderson could have really hit Jett hard, locked up the front wheel, and it was just a domino effect. And Kenny was on the shitty end of it. So nothing you can do. But man, he had a lot of fight in that first main, going back and forth with Anderson, and ultimately taking the third place position from Anderson.
Does Kenny have to get on the box soon before this starts spiraling? I mean, on the box in the sense that like he's got to be up there battling for the win.
I think. Well, how many points? He's about the furthest out.
Oh, he's way out. He is. Let's see here, 8th. He's got 57 points. I don't know what that is.
Man, that's crazy because he's had a podium, that awesome ride in the mud. What
dude?
His heat
race in the A1, he walked away from everybody.
Yeah,
he is 23.
Oh, he's out. He's done.
Down.
Yeah, but I do think we see some podiums.
Yeah.
And at least a win
title contender out, podium and possible race winner. I'm still in on.
I'm in.
But do you think he's got? I mean, he's got the podium. He got the podium in the mud.
Yeah.
But let me clarify. Podium in the sense that
in the dry.
Yeah, he needs to get a podium in the dry. Do you think he needs to get one though before this starts spiraling? Like if we go like another 4 rounds and he doesn't get one,
Nah, dude, Kenny's one of
I
those
think
guys.
he's
I think
fine.
he
I
can
think
just come
he's
out
just-
any random round and just fucking wick it, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Did
Yeah,
you guys?
We know he's done that.
Did you guys also hear his interview with Lewis
Nope.
about something that we all kind of knew?
He's
the
on a meat
depression.
diet?
No, the depression that he was going through, and the fact
I-
that he has been dealing with Epstein-Barr.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear something somewhat.
I mean, we all
about it.
we all knew about the depression thing, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, apparently like he's just fatigued, which due to his immune system shot. So, it's not
Which I mean, he's been that way. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he's been saying the same thing over and over again since the arm.
But I don't feel like we've heard it as much in the last year, though.
No, last year we didn't hear anything about it. To be honest,
That's what I guess that was
yeah,
my point.
because last year all we heard about was the bike being new.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I like Kenny, but you kind of can see every year there's something.
All I'll say is, Kenny, don't try to fight Freddie Norton.
High probability ends up on Ducati in 26.
Oh yeah,
That's
for sure.
That was talked about this
Yeah,
week.
I
Like
totally
he is the guy
agree.
they're talking
I
to.
agree for sure.
So
I can see that.
all right. Justin Cooper goes 10.56 for 8th, fastest qualifier.
By almost half a second.
On
We-
the
feet-
last lap.
Feet off. I mean, did you see that? His feet coming off there on that single out onto the straight, like in front of mechanics area. Yeah, dude. Like came up through a rut, dragged both his feet off. I mean, like Superman onto the straight there. Wild. I don't know where the fuck that came from. I was watching actually something from the week before. Oh, the Yamaha beyond the gate. Yeah, and dude, seeing him get that start, it just kind of clicked in my mind of like, man, this might be the start of the upward trajectory for him to get like towards that top 5 guy.
He was
thing.
in there.
I mean, outside
He's
of
been
last
better
weekend,
than Hunter.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hunter's been looking like Dookie butt.
I got some inside info on Hunter.
Here's the thing. I honestly think I think Jay Coop's going to be better outdoors.
Yeah, I think he'll
I
be
think so,
really good
too.
outdoors too. And I think again, man, I
I think
guess
he's
I
going to
was
be Hunter.
I was underestimating the whole Ricky Gilmore being involved thing.
He's got my lit kit for yesterday.
Dude, he's,
that black with the neon
bright-
yellow boots.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I like that
here's
a lot.
the thing. The one thing I'll say, and don't get me wrong, I definitely did not. I will not claim that I saw Jay Coop even getting one fast qualifier.
No,
But I
was looking
will.
at my
I
bingo
will.
card.
I
mean,
will.
He's never been known for that on the 250, being a fast qualifier.
I'll
guy
counter
either.
that though to say he's never been a fast qualifier in Supercross. He's done it in outdoors.
Right.
So obviously, once again, never did it really in Supercross. But if that bike is dialed in, man, and he can translate what works for him outdoors as far as like why all of a sudden he can just click on any given lap,
Yeah.
could see more of it.
Yeah, he man, I told you this too. That he was going to be the most impressive rookie.
He probably will.
He's solid, man.
Dude,
Outside
I'm
of last
just-
weekend, he's been solid.
I'm just on
God,
it
you're
this
killing
year.
it this
I'm
year.
just killing it.
You're killing it. Now we can go back a couple of years and I can pull some clips of you just being a fucking moron in the preview because trust me, that's there for all of us. So, all right. So Dylan Ferrandis goes 8:15.7 for 9th. He said he struggled with traction all night last
And
night.
his
Just get to outdoors.
This starts.
I mean, yeah, he just was like, yeah, I couldn't get any traction on that hard pack, so he's like, we're gonna have to do some testing and figure that out.
Hey
But-
man, that front end just does not.
tires.
Hey, it's that front end, man. It's a Chase Sexton just trickle down effect.
Hey, however,
he was talking about rear grip.
Wow. Well,
The front, I think, is fine.
however, he did pull the practice hole shot by a pretty good margin.
Yeah, he did. That was pretty
he
impressive.
definitely.
And I was like,
Did you
oh,
get your
he's
feet
in
off
it.
my side of the table there.
He got
dude?
that Lawrence start match.
I honestly think though, maybe his starts just weren't there though too.
No.
He had good starts all 3 rounds leading up to last
I mean,
night.
let's be real. When has Ferrandis ever been known for his starts?
No, but all of a sudden he could start for 3 rounds in a row, which was weird. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's just carry that into outdoors.
Yep.
The little battle that was at the first main, yeah, when Jett was coming through, between him, Jett, and Hunter. I was like, oh, this is what the week probably looks like.
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
at the end of it.
Yeah.
You know, Jett being behind, then Jett pulling away a little bit at the end, Dylan
Mm-hmm.
just being there in second, and Hunter just pulling up the rear.
Being there.
Yep. Okay. So Stu, 11:10.9 for 10th.
The panic button is
Signs of
now
Stu.
gone. Yep. Thank
Fastest
God.
qualifier there?
You guys
And at least one session, yeah.
That race did it for you, really?
No.
No.
Oh,
But at least there was
I was
something.
about to
it's
say, I was
it's
like,
a
holy-
little sliver
Bro,
of hope for the man.
He didn't crash in the first 2 straights and end up 21st. So
High side going down a straightaway.
Like
that
in,
was-
in the top 10.
that was better.
the seeing him be on top of the board, or at least in the top 5 for pretty much every qualifying session, definitely took some of the panic I have away. But I do need to see him put in more consistent laps in qualifying,
Yeah.
because he just did it once and then he never did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, small win for him, though.
Yeah.
I was going to say, let's just get the ship righted here at this point, which, okay, next week if
Whoop's
he comes
still-
out
Whoop's
top
still
10.
on great, though.
No. he comes out top 10s next week, then okay, cool.
Even
the
when
ship's
there's just
at
a
least
solid
righted.
run.
How about this though? And you'll be on board with this.
Okay.
When does the injury come so he doesn't have to ride outdoors?
Ooh, great question.
Round
Probably.
12.
That depends. If we have another
Heat
real shit
2.
round, probably way early, and then
Round
we're
12,
just fishing.
Heat 2, lap 3.
Okay, all right.
45 seconds into it.
Okay.
I
right,
think it's
Steve-
going to mysterious during the week one.
Probably.
You know what? They should just tell him, yeah, you got to ride outdoors no matter what.
Probably. All
Because
right.
Christians has to.
Hunter goes 9-9-12 for 11th.
How much
just
longer
been-
before we hit the panic button on Hunter?
I'm not hitting it,
it
yet,
isn't-
but it's just been a little.
It isn't going to get any better.
It's just been a
Oh.
little
He
flat.
has issues going on.
like
health
mentally or
issues.
physical?
Physical.
Yeah.
Like he's sick again?
He had always
talk
had
about
those
it later.
anyway.
No.
I don't want to blow anybody out too much.
Wow.
If you go back and watch the live show, I touch on it a little bit. Yeah, there's some major issues going on there.
So this is like 2021 all over again?
something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool. That's great.
Remind,
So
remind me after the show.
So his whole season's shot then. That's awesome.
let me,
if this is-
let me make a note.
If this is 2020, if this is 2021 all over again, then y'all can just don't expect Hunter to do shit until 2025.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's just that his body's readjusting or something.
Well, he
Yeah,
was
it's-
dealing with some really bad shit in 2021.
Yeah, well,
his body was rejecting.
yeah, we'll talk
things.
about it, but I wouldn't expect to see a whole bunch more.
Oh, that's
compared
awesome.
to
Well,
this.
glad he's got a more than a 1-year deal.
Okay.
At least he's got a couple championships to take to the bank.
Yeah.
No
So
shit. And a nice
Prado goes 12-8-15 for 12th.
Hey, this experiment went really well.
That was my question for you guys. How did this go?
Good.
I thought it went really well. He
His
was
top-
right there
yeah.
in the mix in that second main.
Now he did fade from
He did.
whole shots at
He did.
12th or 13th.
Yeah,
whatever
but
it
he was in
but-
that freight train right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Jett went by and he's like, "You kissed my sister," and he passed
Dude,
it right
and
back.
he
Did you see
leaned on
that?
him.
He
He
did,
leaned
yeah.
on him all the way down the straightaway.
Yep.
He's like, "Hey, man, when he's in the pack, he didn't spaz out."
He
No.
fought. He
Which-
fought him back.
Yeah.
Which is kind of one of Jorge's issues outdoors. When he gets in a battle with somebody where he
Yeah.
can't just latch onto them or walk away from them, he starts spazzing out a little bit and starts riding a little bit over his head, and he looked fine. Which is the one thing that I will, and it's kind of the same thing I said about Tom. How do you deal when you're in the pack and things aren't rolling downhill for you?
Yeah.
How do you react? And he was fine. And if he's going to be able to do it in Supercrosses, he's going to be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I like everything I've seen. The first round, I mean, bike looked stiff, but it looked like the bike got a little better each round. Obviously, the mud rounds don't really tell a lot, but dude, top 10s, battling,
Decent
learning
starts.
the pace, a heat race win.
And the chassis was the biggest thing too because they run their stuff so soft over the GPs.
Yeah, he's signed, sealed, and delivered.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
100%.
See you, in,
100%.
see you in 2025, Jorge.
And I think the biggest thing that he stuck around for A2 for is because he was top 10 in points and got to experience opening ceremonies.
Probably.
Well, not only that, but the first round of the GP is going to get canceled.
Oh, okay. Well, so maybe he'll be in Detroit?
No,
No.
he's got to go back at
He's
some
got.
point.
He
got to go back at
left.
some point.
He left today.
Yeah, he's got to go back at
Or,
some point.
you got his flight confirmation?
He's-
Yeah, he said it in an interview the other day.
He's
He
got
leaves.
he's got some animals in Tim Geiser and Hurlings and Febvre that he's got to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Febvre. How about Sewer on the Cowie?
How about Koldenhoff on a Fantic?
I mean, how about Sewer on the Cowie?
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't hit the ground as much as Febvre does.
Yeah. Cowies
No.
look good, though. That's all I know.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Oh, no, they scored.
He's,
It's in the script.
No, it definitely went well. If I'm him, I definitely have some positives to look at and go, hey, man.
There's a lot of positives to grab.
Yeah.
So it'll
Okay.
be, let's see. MX of Nations is October 6th. He'll be in California on October 8th.
Yep. Probably.
No, I give him a lot of credit, man, stepping into the 450 class, too. Most of those GP guys always go straight to 250s. So
Yeah. Barsha goes 13-16-11 for 13th.
Still not healthy.
This is just kind of...
Just where it's going to be until he
Yeah, it's gonna start
gets
getting
himself
better.
back in shape. Yeah, I
Might be
think
good in
it'll
Detroit.
progressively get better.
He's always been kind of up and down in Detroit. He's had
Yeah.
some good rounds there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Craig goes 17-12-13 for 14th. I mean, it's kind of like Mookie. At least we didn't finish last this week.
I mean, when I saw him in the ground in that first one, I was
Oh, I
like,
know.
oh, boy.
I was
I
like,
just-
here we go again.
I've literally not at any point that I've watched Christian ride that we've actually been able to see him ride. And I'm going to talk about during the week.
I'll watch a press day video.
I've
He looks
not
stiff.
I've not seen anything out of him that has given me like, yeah, no, they're definitely on an upward trajectory.
It's
Yeah.
not like when you watched him on that star bike and it was like, wow.
yeah.
You know, no, he needs off that bike.
I think he's making phone calls
And the
here.
thing is too, with the way his style, his technique, You talk about the stiffness, the way he has that more straight up and down
He looks
style
stiff
and
on that
arched
thing,
back.
yeah.
That compounds it. That makes it so much
Does
worse when you have a style like that.
does he go replace AC at Cowie
Ooh, never thought about that.
Yeah, that might be a
for
good
next
one.
year?
I would
1 year,
like that.
1 year only deal.
I could see that.
Well, Fortner's going there, so that'd be a 3-man team then.
1 year only deal.
Yeah.
But
it would
I
it
could
be
see it. Or
'cause-
maybe
'cause they're
Firepower
gonna-
Honda, the brand that rebuilds champions.
Because they're gonna have budget there.
that would
Cowie's gonna have budget?
Yeah,
No, they just bought a Super Bowl commercial. Come on.
AC's not gonna be there next year though. So
Yeah, but the Super Bowl commercial probably paid AC salary for
Yeah,
the next
more-
5
more
years.
than likely, yeah.
I didn't think about that. That would be interesting. I
because
like
they're not.
Christian.
Let's face it. There's no extra budget coming out for Fork there.
No, 'cause that's been in the leaks
that's
for like 10
been
years.
in the budget.
I would like to see Christian get another shot on a bike that's not a Husky because we saw how well he was on the Star 450.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost would like to see somebody, if they're going to take that ride, it be a multi-year deal.
Or does Bobby Reagan all of a sudden come out and just bust out a little bit more money and have a 4-man 450 team
Who knows?
for next
Oh,
year?
jeez.
So, all right, Justin Hill,
Car dealerships are doing well.
16, 13,
Yeah.
14 for 15th. Okay.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm totally kidding. I don't give it him.
Vince Freeze goes 15, 14, 16 for 16th.
Well, Vince is back on a 250 this weekend. So.
Good
Yeah.
fucking rider. Oh, we get 250 Deegan?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
get
he's going-
250
We're
Freeze and
gonna
Deegan.
talk about that.
He's going 250s and Freckles going to the 450.
I can't wait.
Chiz 14,
Oh, wait,
20.
wait.
Oh, sorry.
I just want to ask you guys something. This doesn't really matter.
Freckles not riding 450, by the way.
When did that change?
He
was supposed to be
said
on
it in an interview last night. I'm pretty sure
then
that's
they
what I
must,
heard.
Oh, then they must have changed it
I
because at the beginning of the season. Well, then we've had. it all the time.
Mumford
think.
probably was like, I want to ride the 450.
No, I don't
Do you
think he
it
is
would-
either.
Do you think that'd be a terrible idea? Do you think my question would have been if, because Oldenburg was supposed to, but whatever, shit changes. If he was going to,
Mm-hmm.
do you think he would have been just as good as Vince or better?
Ooh, great question. Probably on the same level.
Okay.
To be honest with you, with the way the season's gone for everybody,
You agree with that?
They both, yeah.
Oldenburg's good, but I don't see him really jumping ahead of a lot of these guys
Okay.
who are ahead of Vince here.
I like Freckle.
I think
he's
he'd
a
just
good
be in
dude.
that same realm, like
Yeah, probably in the same
I
area.
think he's a good dude.
Down in that
13,
Chiz area.
yeah.
All right, cool.
So Chiz goes 14, 20, 19 for 17.
Just totally hammering the left side of the whoops.
Just
When
hammering.
they were just shit.
Just
during
chizzing
practice.
everywhere.
Just
Chizzing
chizzing everywhere.
everywhere.
Just chizzing
Down on the
everywhere.
ground
Yeah.
in one deal. He
Didn't
must
get
be all right
taken out
after
by-
going
has-
through the wall.
Has
Yeah.
not got taken out by Cade Clayson or Freddie Norton at any point this year yet.
Yep.
So that's a plus.
Shane Sins goes 19, 17, 18 for 18.
Shane-
Said it was
Shane,
terrible.
dude, I heard him after he was on a high after he got that fourth.
Bro.
Yeah. Pulp and was like, I'm gonna be in it now.
He
Yeah.
needs to shave whatever the hell he's got going
Nah,
on.
no, it's fine.
He doesn't
dude.
have anything to shave.
Nah, it's
No,
good.
I thought he's got like a little
Oh,
mustache.
yeah, he's
Oh,
got
you're
the
talking
handlebars.
down there.
Handlebars going.
What the fuck?
He's got the handlebars
Oh,
going.
dude.
Nope.
Oh,
That was garbage.
Freddie goes 2018 20 for 19th. Him and Kenny are going to fight.
does he have the gloves on?
Oh, dude. We're going to talk about that too.
I was just gonna say luckiest way to make it into
Two. Yeah.
Oh,
because
yeah.
fucking J Rod had to be a.
He could have waited. That was rough.
No, not J Rod. Rod Bell.
Yeah,
I
J-Rod.
call him J Rod.
Justin Rodbell.
Justin Rod Bell.
Do you know his first name?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Bell
J-Rod.
Rod, Justin Rod.
I've literally
okay.
talked to the guy.
Yeah, we
yeah.
have. Rod Bell. Anyways, I just didn't. I'm like,
I always
dude,
call
what-
him Rod Bell,
I'm like,
so.
what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Dude, I know.
That
He
was
should have been
early.
patient.
That was early.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Another corner. Well, then the thing was I thought what's his nuts went down too. And then all of a sudden I see him still.
Clancy?
No. Who's
John
the other?
Short?
Who's the other beta kid that he
Benny
went
Wilkes.
into?
Oh, John Short.
John Short.
John
Benny
Short,
Wilkes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I thought Short went down, and then next thing Short's still riding further up on the track. I'm like, oh, never mind, he didn't go down. Yeah, Rod Bell just rushed it.
I thought it was going to be the winner of Rodbell.
Dude, I thought so too.
Dude,
but-
and he would have like. Let's be real, man. He was gonna pass Short.
yeah.
Like he was gonna pass.
Yeah.
Him. He
Oh,
caught
yeah.
it from like 7 seconds back.
Yeah. Benny, 18, 19, 21, possible collarbone injury or something. He had an x-rayed, I guess, after the race, but he's got to go get a different x-ray now.
Ready to see
So,
Not
Cole Nichols
surprised
at some
anymore,
point.
man.
No.
Ready to
not
see
at
Cole
all.
Nichols at some point, but we're gonna be waiting on that one.
not at
You
all.
clipped that thing on Instagram, and Tevin Tapia commented and was all pissed that we were talking shit about Benny.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tevin Tapia
Tevin Tapia
said something, and then Bloss liked it, and
Bloss did like something.
well, he liked the post, and
Yeah.
then he liked the comment of Tevin like backing him up because we were like,
oh, I don't know, I
Tevin,
didn't see.
Tevin
Whatever.
is a douche.
Jesus Christ. Well, there goes
Tevin is a,
Clip that.
clip that. There goes that one.
Tevin is a snaggletooth douche.
Oh, boy.
I have problems with
Easy.
Tevin Tappy. This dates back a long time ago.
Easy.
This dates back to
Steal
like
your girl?
Yeah,
dates back to like 2007.
Try to bang you or like what happened?
No,
here?
he just got salty at Oak Hill one time, and
Oh, boy.
Wyman can tell you about this. He got salty and he wanted to try to throw some shade because the people we were hanging out with didn't want to hang out with.
Look,
him.
this just doesn't surprise me with Benny
So
anymore.
he didn't like
so
fit in the click.
oh,
no,
boy.
you're snaggletooth.
We're still on this. Oh boy.
Easy.
Let's just finish
Bro,
this here. Oh my
whatever.
god. Okay.
He got
all right.
braces.
All
Yeah,
right.
because his sponsor,
Okay.
his team is whatever. dude.
Okay. All right. Let's just stop.
His sponsor got a
Drake,
break.
Derek
Yeah.
Drake goes 21-21-17 for 21st.
Who?
Derek Drake.
Oh,
Look,
that
man,
sucks.
Yeah.
I like seeing. I just
He's
I
had a
like
good-
seeing him in the mains though.
Yeah,
I
he's
do.
had a good year. This is really positive
dude,
for him.
he had a great outdoors.
Yeah.
I think he's one of those guys that may be able to, as long as the bike stays together, could claw himself off a privateer island.
Probably.
Where do you think he would go? I agree with that totally, but where do you think he would go?
Not sure. I think we're gonna go
Maybe
from
like a Triumph or a second tier guy.
yeah,
Maybe
like
he could take
he
Evan
could go.
Ferry's
He
spot.
could go to like an MCR or something like that. I think.
Yeah, get rid of Mumford.
No, he's
Maybe
got
go
too
to
much-
club. Get rid of Jett
Yeah,
Reynolds.
something like
Okay,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Club,
Get rid of Jett Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how that experiment goes this weekend.
Yep. And then Luke Kalatzian goes DNF, DNS, DNS for 22nd.
Ripped a great start in the LCQ,
LCQ,
though.
man. That was great.
Didn't see that coming.
Nope.
Some good numbers on the scorecard there. Good thing he's not getting points.
Yep. Let's see here, and then so that's the results. Anybody want to talk about Dino not qualifying for the main? That's rough. Poor
Yeah,
Dino.
Dino is bummed, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I bet him and Anderson just love the fact that Dirtworks builds those left-handed rollers.
Yeah.
That was super interesting with
I
the
hate
track,
those. I hate
like
those. I
the
think they're so
rollers
stupid.
through the corners there. That was interesting.
Like
for
outside
me.
of in the far side where an AP was doing this, I think in the second main where he was instead of going off, he was dropping in and then doubling.
kinda doubling,
Like,
yeah.
dude, it's such a slow seat spec section. You can't get the lean angle. Like,
Yeah.
literally, you're just kind of floating to the outside. They're dumb. They don't
Yeah.
really. Like, if you had the line on someone,
I mean, it was different. Made
it was,
made
and
it more
it separated
interesting.
them, but.
Well, Dean got into Bloss, and Bloss's big ass elbow got the front brake. It
And then, yeah, and then Clayson just came out of nowhere and just like fucking.
Weird. Cade had such a bad day
Kinda
too.
rushed it and hit the back tire, and that was his fault too. So.
Yeah.
Bummer for AC too, by the way.
Yeah.
with
AC
the finger.
out.
He's out for a
the-
couple weeks.
I don't know. They
finger's
supposedly
been broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been able to just tough it out in the mud.
Is it
Yeah.
the whole finger or is it like the.
I don't know. I'm
That-
not 100%. I haven't
that's
heard
Prado's
anything.
Prado ran into him,
Yeah.
really?
which
I
is a
didn't know
bummer, man. That was a very low morale post from AC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That
I
wasn't
feel for the guy.
I do
man.
too, man.
really sucks.
I do
Yeah.
too.
So
But again, he's got his exit strategy. He'll be all right.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, at least good old John Kuzo didn't make a dumbass post.
this is true too. This is true too.
Who did I see replace Kuzo?
I don't know.
Anybody could replace
Oh,
Kuzo.
it was fucking arena cross guy, Dave Janolfi.
Oh, I love Dave Janolfi.
Yeah,
boy.
he's
Cabs
100%
are here.
100%
Love
guy
that
now.
guy.
All right, that's been your 450 race recap brought to you by Gutterworks. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha and Jason Anderson. And Jett? We've been
I
waiting
don't know,
for-
man. I don't
Stop.
know.
We've been waiting for you to talk about
Stop.
Jett's
I don't know,
dick
man.
here.
Yeah, we were. He even said he's like, yeah, Cole's not here, and you know,
Cole's
he's the
the
only
one
one that knows
who's
like
had
penis
Oh, I did
limits.
watch that